Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. In today's material, we'll dedicate just a few minutes to burping. That's right, burping. While it's quite rare for felines to burp and belch, if it happens on a frequent basis, this could indicate a problem. And because there is rather limited information regarding feline belching and why cats burp, if this issue has seemingly cropped up out of nowhere and you are concerned, we advise you to take your cat to the vet. As we always say, it's better to be safe than sorry. And before we explore the notable reasons that can cause your cat to burp, let's first take a look at today's topic overview. Cats rarely burp because they breathe through their noses. Most of the time, cats expel gas through their rectum. Burping is most commonly caused by the cat swallowing too much air as it eats, drinks, and plays. The gases released by the stomach travel upwards, producing a burp. However, burping can also occur because of an upset tummy, hairballs, a poor diet, acid reflux, and esophagitis. If your cat has respiratory or nasal problems, the sound it produces are similar to burps and are easily mistaken. While many of the known reasons for feline burping are rather basic and do not pose a major health risk, always be mindful of your cat's overall behavior. Not just the burping alone, issues such as large hairballs, acid reflux, and esophagitis can be quite serious if they are left unresolved, and we'll speak to each of these issues and more right here momentarily. The core reason for this topic is to make sure that your cat's belching, while even humorous at times, isn't pointing to an underlying health issue of a serious nature. And before we take a look at today's first video subsection, a quick shout out to the viewers of Senior Cat Wellness. Thank you as always. We appreciate your time and we thank you so much for joining us today. The best viewers on the feline wing of the internet. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a seasoned pro, we welcome you right back. We hope you enjoy today's content and find it informative. Once again, we thank you for your time and for your support. Now, cats and burping, what causes it? And when should you be concerned? Because burping is so rare, it can be mistaken for other issues, and other issues can also be mistaken for burping. What we do know is that the sound of a burp is not normal for cats. I mean, it's not like there's a video, there's hours of video footage of cats belching. So what do you do if your pet starts to burp on a regular basis? Let's check out a few of the possible causes and when you should act. Up first, swallowing air. This is very common. In fact, this is often why people burp or hiccup. This can happen while eating, playing, sleeping, and drinking. Same is true for both felines and humans. However, if your feline is doing what is known as dysphagia or has what is known as dysphagia, which is a difficulty in swallowing, be mindful of other symptoms outside of just belching. These include dental disease, an inability to fully open the mouth, paralysis of the tongue or the jaw, and swelling or deterioration of the muscles that are responsible for chewing. While taking in excess air can happen naturally, always make sure that an underlying condition is not responsible. Next up, upset stomach. We've all had that. If your cat has eaten too much or even something foul, such as prey, this can cause an upset stomach, which can lead to burping. Additionally, issues within the stomach can also promote belching, parasites, foreign bodies within the stomach, such as string or a toy of the like, stomach ulcers, toxic substances, food allergies, and bacterial overgrowth. So, as you can see, the causes can be rather wide ranging from natural consumption that just isn't sitting right to foreign objects and existing issues within the stomach and the digestive system. Of course, the objective here is to address the root cause and treat it as soon as possible. Once it's treated, the burping should subside. Always keep track of your cat's food and what your cat consumes, at least to the very best of your ability. Make sure that your feline is receiving the essentials and that the food is easy to swallow and digest. Up next, vomiting. Yeah, not so pleasant. Cats often vomit if they've eaten too much, eaten too fast, or are attempting, to expel a hairball. While vomiting could be accompanied by hacking, similar to humans, your cat could burp a few times in between the vomiting, which is here again not so pleasant. Not not pleasant to think about at all. However, some burping can occur either before or after vomiting, so pay close attention. But more importantly, pay close attention to your cat's overall behavior and watch out for other symptoms. Next up, we have inappropriate foods. While we just mentioned issues with an upset stomach, if your feline is consuming the wrong foods, burping could be a side effect if your cat is consuming food that is high in carbohydrates and or foods that are a bit greasy. their body will struggle to digest the food. This can promote gas, which can lead to burping. Cats need animal based proteins to not only ensure that vital nutritional needs are being met, but to also ensure that quality digestion and gut health is at the forefront. Sort of like humans, too much of the bad stuff, although a bit tasty at times, can cause some gastrointestinal woes for sure. In respect to your cat, just stick to the normal feline essentials and you will not go wrong. Up next, and we've talked about it a few times here today, esophagitis. We mentioned it earlier. Burping in some cases can point to a rather serious health concern, and esophagitis, which is the inflammation of the esophagus, is one. Burping, in addition to hard swallowing, retching, and frequent lip licking, are all signs of this ailment. The main causes typically involve gastroesophageal reflux, also known as GERD or acid reflux. We'll talk about that here momentarily. The ingestion of chemicals and infection can also cause esophagitis. Chronic vomiting and the presence of foreign bodies can also be responsible for this condition. And you guessed it, up next is acid reflux. This can be a problem of its very own. Cats often battle this condition in the same way that humans do. I know I've had it before. Frequent belching due to acid within the stomach entering the esophagus and the back portion of the throat. As time passes, the esophagus can become inflamed, leading to the condition of esophagitis, as we have previously described. In felines, acid reflux is a bit more common in younger cats. Excessive meowing, loss of appetite, weight loss, vomiting, and of course, that frequent burping are all symptoms of acid reflux. Although we've listed several reasons that could cause your cat to burp, and we've addressed each concern and the importance to address each concern, it's also important to make sure that what you're hearing is actually indeed a burp. Cats make a variety of sounds and noises. Many of them can be difficult to interpret in terms of the actual cause of the sound. Is it a burp? Is it a strange breathing noise? What exactly is going on? It's possible that what are deemed as burps are in actuality respiratory noises, some degree of nasal issues, nasal congestion, perhaps a muffled cough, or indication of asthma. Asthma can affect roughly 5% of all felines. While getting down to the bottom of your cat's burp is essential as a means to diagnose and treat the root cause, making sure that the burp or belch isn't something else, perhaps even something more significant, is also critically important. And on that note, that will close things out for the video portion of today's material. However, if you'd like more information concerning feline burping, the root causes, and the positive steps that you can take, please be sure to visit us at seniorcatwellness.com. At the conclusion of today's presentation, there you will find a full-length article dedicated to everything we've talked about here today and so much more. Are you currently watching us offsite? If so, we encourage you to click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to all of the information. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.